Hi everyone, welcome to Javaras. In this video, we will continue from the previous video. In the previous video, we created a console application using Java, in which we created a product service such that we can store products and we can query products based on some parameters. And for storing the products, we used simple array list. In this video, we will start using database to store the products. Our goal is to convert the project which we created in the last video into a Spring Boot project, and we want to use database. We can use any database. Here we will use Postgres database, which is a SQL database. For that we need to install Postgres on our system. But what we will do is we will install Postgres in Docker. For that first we need to install Docker. You can go to this website docker.com, and from there you can install Docker for your operating system. I have already done that. I won't do that again. After that, we need to install a tool called pgadmin, which is very useful tool to connect to any Postgres database and see what's inside the database, and you can execute SQL queries as well. Go to pgadmin.org and download the pgadmin for your operating system. I have already done that, so I won't do that again. Now after that, we need to run Postgres image inside Docker so that Postgres database will be installed inside the Docker, and we will be able to connect pgadmin to that database. Let's do that. So go to this URL hub.docker.com and this Postgres. So this is official Postgres database image. We want to use that. If you go here, we can see the command to use this image. So here docker run name, this is name of the container, and this is the name of the image, which is Postgres, and name of the container is some Postgres, which we can use any name. And after we have environment variable Postgres password. The value is my secret password, and there are some other environment variables as well. For example, we can use Postgres password to set the password of database, Postgres user to set the username for the database, and Postgres DB to set the name of the database. We will use these three environment variables. But before that, make sure that Docker is running in your system. So you can see Docker desktop is running. If I say Docker PS, you can see no container is running currently in our system. Now I will run this command docker run name. The container name I want to use is Java's Postgres, and first environment variable is Postgres password, value is pass, so that we will use this password PASS to connect to database. Then I'm giving a second environment variable Postgres user, value is user. So this is the username for the database, and the name of the database will be PostgresDB, which will be Java's. And now I am doing port forwarding because we need to tell our Docker system that port number 5432 on the container will be mapped to port number 5432 in our system. Otherwise we won't be able to connect to the that container. And we are giving image name as Postgres. Let's run this command. You can see we are not getting any error. That means the container is running. We'll again do docker ps. Now let's see the logs of this container. Docker logs, and this container name. So we can see database system is ready to accept connections. Now we can connect our pgadmin tool to this database. So we have completed this step. Now I will run pgadmin. Now it asks for master password. If you run it first time, it will ask for a new master password, and after that you need to remember that password and you need to use that every time you open pgadmin. Here you can see I have already added new server here, but I can remove this server. So let's add a new server here. Name you can give anything. I will give Java server. Go to connection. Host name will be localhost. This is port 5432, and we don't need to change maintenance database. Username, which we have specified, which is user. Password we have specified, PASS. And save, and you can see we are connected to this Java. Go to databases, and there are two databases: Postgres, which is maintenance database, and this Java is the database which we have specified in the command. You can see in this command we have specified PostgreSDB as Java. Now if we go to schema, go to table, we don't have any table here because we have not created any table. Now we will create a table called product in the database. Let's click on query builder somewhere, query tool, yes, this query tool, and we can use SQL here. Create table. The table name will be product. So we already know there are some fields. So the product class, we have ID, name, type, location, and warranty. So ID should be auto incremented integer, that is serial, and it should be primary key. Second is name. Name will be string. In Postgres, this is called text. Then we have type, which is also text. Then we will is also text. Then we have warranty. Warranty, which is date. So it will be date. And let's run this query. So we can see tab create table. There is no error. That means table should have been created. We can see that here as well. We refresh it. We can see the product table. But let's see what's inside product table. So select star. Star means all columns from product. Run this query, and we get Nothing, because there is not any product in this table yet. This step is completed. Now in the product repository class, instead of using list, we want to use this uh, database or this table. So we need a way to connect our Java code to this Postgres database. For that, here we will create a variable called connection. Connection from java.sql. Connection. Let's keep it null for now, and we will initialize connection in constructor. So when we create product repository, we want to initialize connection. Connection will be driver manager dot get connection. Now here we need to pass three things: the URL of the database, the username of the database, and password for the database. So the URL is JDBC Postgres well localhost port number and database name in Javarus. This is the URL, and the username we know it is user, password we know it is pass. So you created a connection, and this URL you don't need to remember it. You can look up on the internet. You can search on the Google what is the URL to connect to PostgreSQL. We'll surround it with try catch. Now let's, in the save method, instead of adding it to the list, let's save this product in the database instead. And we don't need to specify ID, because here we have specified that ID is serial. So the database will auto increment the ID. We don't need to remember how many products are already in the database. And eventually we will get rid of this products list, so we cannot set the ID. So we don't need to worry about ID here. Now let's create a query to create a SQL query to save the product. String query will be insert into product, then the column names. We don't want to set ID, so we will say name, type, location, and warranty. Values I will say for question mark here. It's fine if you don't understand how this JDBC things are working. If you want to learn more, you can go to Telusko's YouTube channel, and there you can find many videos related to this. Now after that, so basically these are placeholders, and we need to put products name here, products type here, products location here, and products warranty here. For that we need to create a prepared statement. Prepared statement equals to connection dot prepare statement, and we will pass the query. We need to add surround this with try catch. Yeah. Now we have a statement here. Now we need to replace these placeholders with the correct value. First of all, statement dot set string, because the type of name is string, so and it is first placeholder, so we'll do here 1. So pay attention here, because this is not 0 based indexing, this is 1 based indexing. And the value at the first placeholder should be name of the product. That means product will get name. Do the same thing, index 2, 3 and index 4. It will get type, get location, but the type of warranty is not string, it's date. So get date, and instead of get name, we get warranty. But you see, here we are getting an error, because here product.get warranty returns java.util.date, but statement.setDate requires second parameter to be of type java.sqldate.date. So there are two different dates. First is java date and second is sql date. So we need to convert java.util.date to java.sql.date. So we can simply create a new java.sql.date and can pass its warranty.get time. So get time will give number of milliseconds, since number of milliseconds, and that number of milliseconds will pass in java.sql.date, so it will create a date. And after creating all these, we just execute it. Statement dot execute. And let's remove this code from here. Now we have everything. Now it should work. Let's go and run this again. Now again we are getting this error called no suitable driver found for JDBC PostgreSQL. That is because we have not added any driver. We need to add Postgres driver to our project. Now to do that, first of all, we need to convert our project to Maven project. These two are done. It's not working. So we need to convert our project to Maven project. To do that, right click here, then add framework support, click on Maven. So now our project has been converted to Maven project. Now we need to specify a few things like group ID. You can say dev.jawaras ID, artifact ID, the product service, and this is the version, and these are some properties. Now here we need to add that driver. So to get that driver, we can search for Maven Postgres, and we will get Postgres SQL JDBC driver. Click on any version. This is, then copy this Maven thing and paste it here. After that, okay, this should have been inside dependencies tag. The dependencies, we need to put it. And then we can refresh the Maven project, and it will download all the required dependencies. Maven has successfully downloaded the dependencies, and for now let's add only one product to the database, and comment out this line. Let's get all the products. For now let's add only one product to the database, and we'll and we get all products. Let's run it. You can see we don't see any product here, but let's say if the product is in database or not. I will run this query again. And we see that we have the product has been added, so the ID has been auto generated. This is the name of the product, type, location, and you can see warranty date is December 10, 2022. Sorry, 2020. And here also warranty is December 10, 2020. That means it's working fine. But why are not we fetching any product? Because in the find all we are returning products dot stream, this list. But while adding the product, we are not adding anything to it, so it won't return anything. Now let's convert this as well to queries and return all the products from the database. Let's create a query which will select, and the name of the fields, ID, type, location, warranty, from, product. This is the query, and we don't need to specify any where clause because we want all the products. Now again we same thing. We did a private statement, and so basically execute does not return us anything in return, it just return a boolean, but we want the actual rows of the table. For that we another method which is called execute query statement dot execute query here, and it returns result set. Result set rs equals to, and this result set may have 0 or more rows. And how do we check that? We check that with dot next method. While rs dot next, that means result set has some row, and rs points to current row. And each row has 5 columns with name, ID, name, type, location, warranty. How do we get that? Rs dot get int, and here column name, ID. So we will get the value of column ID and convert it to int. And let's create the product equal to product. First is name, so name will be rs.get string, column name is. Second is type, column name is type, and third is location, string, column name is location. Fourth is warranty, and warranty should be string, rs.get string, and we know that its format should be year, month, and day, and we can see format is year, month, and day. So we'll just work warranty. Now this is the product, but we need to set the ID as well. Set ID, and this is the ID. Now we can add this product to list of products which we want to return. Create a list product list till it's empty. Here dot add, and after while loop return result. But result is list, we need stream. That's all. Now let's comment out this line, because uh, we don't, then it will add this product again and again. We see we got one product here. Now let's comment out rest and run the program again. Now we got all the, and if we run this, we see we have all the products in the table. Yes, similarly we can change all the methods of product repository class to execute the SQL queries and return the results. I won't do that this video. You can try that yourself. And in the GitHub repository, you will find SQL queries for each product. There you will find the completed product repository class. In the next video, we will convert this project to Spring Boot project, where instead of writing all the SQL queries by ourselves, we will use JPA, and we will use dependency injection to inject some dependencies. For example, product service needs product repository, so we will inject product repository inside product service, so we don't need to manage objects ourselves. That's all for this video. We'll meet you in the next one. Thank you everyone.